short runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
36, 36. King.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Point it right. Up.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Come on, set. 8, read. Hey, seam 6. Bring it. Check. 53's mine. Deep river.
From the gun, Eason. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready? 50, plant.
Here we go. 49, check 49.
80 weapon. Hey, Alpha. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Exit. 94 is the mark. I got you. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Let's get this. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Kill, kill, kill. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Chopper, chopper. Yep.
Play.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Yeah.
Switch.
On the snap.
Looking to throw. Eason. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Okay, double up.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rush in. Regular. Pistol.
Mayfield on play action. Got his man on the comebacker. That's Lamb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
I got you, boy.
Hey, echo.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Eason. They complete it to Hill. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
53 is the mic. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hard.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Down. 70, Indy. 5.
Watch the twist.
2.
From the gun, Eason. It's Hill, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
10 Lobo.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hey,
At the
2.
47-yard line.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, we got to get to the ball.
Deep grip.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Eason. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Now.
2nd and 5. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
6-6, pull it high. Back. Hey, high 7. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Yo. Hustle, hit it.
Back to throw. Eason. He wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Check 26.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, alert!
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Greystone, Travis. Yo, go.
Mike, 53.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ready, break.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Haywood.
Check.
53 is the mic. 53 is the
Hey.
Let's go.
To throw again. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Don't get nervous.
Bang.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield off the play fake. Able to spin free. That's complete. It's Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Alpha. 53 is the mic. Hey, come on now. Real. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. up 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, box truck.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. The quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
53, Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Big River.
On 1st and 10, Eason. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike.
King.
Pick it up.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you fly.
You can't block me.
Pistol.
You can't block me. Check.
Hey, alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Set, 180. Hey, alert 33.
58,
Up.
58, Mike. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, it's orbit.
You got time right there.
Hurry.
Point it right.
58, boy. 58, it's Mike.
Hey, we're pretty quiet.
I got.
Play fake, Mayfield. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
5.
Three bud.
Hurry.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check 20. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, Zoo. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Rip left. 53 is the Mike. 53, check 53. We own them. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Eason. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Batson. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Broncos on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Bell. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 53, Mike. Here we go.
Hey, exit.
53, Mike. I'm coming.
Check 31.
4th down, Mayfield. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Double time. 4 down. Check.
Get it.
And they take a knee.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Oakland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.